Okay, hopefully third time is the charm. This is the Open Letter to Ordinary Human Beings podcast. And my wife was very kind. She decided that if I'm going to do this podcast, it would be cool if we went ahead and spent the money to have a monthly Zoom account. And that way I could use, once I figure out how to use it, the recording in the cloud so that if I go out and about somewhere like I was yesterday, I could record it and then come back and edit it and put it online. I don't obviously do much editing, or I don't yet, but I'm still learning. And anyway, I was at the Rotterdam City Center yesterday, which is beautiful. I posted a thumbnail of it on uh, for this post regarding what I'm posting today. So you'll be able to see that thumbnail online at Instagram and Facebook. And what I recorded was me remembering something I put on Instagram about becoming a follower on Instagram as well as Facebook of the Vice President of the United States of America, JD Vance. So this is a serious effort to try to book JD Vance for our December 2026 episode of Down with Psychopaths, Nihilists, and Fascists podcast. It's a sincere effort, but I recognize that it's absurd. And I hope that you appreciate the restraint and the sense of humor here. And I'm just going to share it with you. And for those of you who are curious, and if you want to follow JD Vance online too, his handle on Instagram is very elegant, it's very simple. It's just an at symbol and in lowercase VP. So this is my Instagram and Facebook post to JD Vance at VP. Hello, Honorable Vice President of the United States of America, JD Vance. I am now one of the millions of followers you have on Instagram and Facebook. I think that Donald Trump meets the clinical definition of a lying psychopath. And I think you are going to become the 48th president of the USA after Republicans are crushed in the 2026 midterm elections. I think after this new orgastic wave of Democrats comes to power, you will not wait for them to impeach Donald Trump for a third time. I think you will finally have the will of the people behind you so that history may record that you led an effort to remove a mentally ill man from the office of president. I think that there is a less than zero chance that you shall effectuate the 25th Amendment because it shall dawn on you that it is the right thing to do. And then you may cancel all those idiotic tariffs and go on a global apology tour. I respect your work. I know what it is to come from nothing. And if I had your blue eyes and gorgeous eyelashes, I would have pulled a lot more trim in college. I really hope you shall have the courage to be on the right side of history, even if it ruins your career as a politician. Dude, stick with me and I'll help you launch a career as a stand-up comedian. Peace be with you, brother. We are counting on you. And we would love to have you as a guest for our December 2026 podcast episode of Down with Psychopaths, Nihilists, and Fascists. And that's it. That's my pitch to JD Vance. You know, people, the cliche would be crazier things have happened. Yeah, they have. Um, I really believe uh, if they had odds on Vegas, I'm not a gambling man. If I had some money to blow, I would bet that it's more likely that Trump is removed from office because of the 25th Amendment, because of just exactly what I stated here. I think the Democrats are going to have the numbers they need to impeach him, but I think JD Vance is going to pull up the emergency brake for the impeachment can proceed. And I think he'll be able to talk enough of the cabinet into letting Trump go because they're all motivated by power. And when everybody realizes, oh, yes, his shit does stink, eh, they'll turn on Trump because, and Trump will understand it because he's part of that psychotic mindset that Bret Easton Ellis captured so well in American Psycho, which is the world is binary. You're either a winner or a loser. And at that point, after they are crushed, the Republicans are crushed, it, the math is a little easier for them to understand. But I could be wrong. They could be assholes to the bitter end, but the numbers aren't there for them to do that. And that's all they're obsessed with. They're obsessed with the numbers in the stock market, how rich they can become, and they'd step over your mother's dead body just to pick up a dollar bill on the street. That's how psychopaths operate. But psychopaths, that being said, they do operate from the top down, and those beneath them, I don't necessarily think they're full blown psychopaths. I think they're nihilists, and that's how fascists rule. You know, a lying, psychotic fascist rules from the top down. Anyway, I appreciate your patience. Best of luck with whatever you're doing today, and take care.